we recording. Okay, and a 1 and a 2 and a. We are the Mrs. and a Mike. 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 We are the Mrs. and a Mike.
Oh, that was a good one.
I know, girl. I got into that one.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the Mrs. and a Mike podcast. This is CJ.
It's Elle.
And Bree.
Hi.
All right, CJ, you got to go first. What you want to talk about today? What's going on in your life?
Okay, so on our Spice It Up episode, I talked about how my husband tries to do new things for us and...
Wait, nude things?
New.
Oh, I thought you said nude things. I was going to say, that's spicy.
Where is your mind right now?
On some spice. But continue.
And a lot of times I get in the way. So he made a date suggestion and initially I shot it down, but I had to check myself and... realize that he's trying to do something different. So my husband bought us tickets to the Louisiana Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh,
And so we had a date night to go see the orchestra. It was nice.
that brings back memories. I used to sing with them when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah. It was good. It was good. So hubby did a good job.
I know. Good job, Mr. CJ. I like that.
Yes.
And he made it like bougie and cultural because that's how you are. Like he didn't take it to, I don't know, Bubba Gumps or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, it's nice.
Bougie and cultural.
Did I say something that wasn't accurate?
But I will say that in high school, I was in the concert band.
Yes, you were.
So it was really nice because it brought back like
memories for you. See,
Yes.
He thought that through very well. He probably didn't. He probably was just like, "This is bougie. She gonna like it," and then he got like extra points because you were like, "Oh my god, this is like when I was playing a concert band. This is so awesome. We're totally gonna have great sex tonight." Like that's probably what happened. But shout out, he won. He won that one.
Good job, Mr. CJ.
So what about you, Elle? You want to go?
Oh, it's something little, but I'm greedy. So
Aren't we all?
I'm very excited because Thanksgiving, I didn't want to take the baby, around a whole lot of people. Mm-hmm. So I just said, no, we're just going to stay home and I might cook a few things. But I was just like, well, when will I have time to cook anything? Well, good thing is a few really, really sweet people have decided to come bring us a few things to eat. So we're going to have a good Thanksgiving meal. So I'm so excited about that.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's going to be like a little makeshift meal because this person's bringing this person bringing that. So,
girl, that sounds good.
Right?
Yeah.
And the best part is you don't have to cook it.
Yep. And no dishes after. Yep.
I'm with it.
Paper plates.
I'm with it. So my one that I want to talk about is, so I'm kind of frustrated with like retail starting all the like Christmas sales, like too soon if you ask me. Like, first of all, I'm one of those people that I do not shop on Thanksgiving. Let those people who are working in those stores have that holiday with their family just like you want it. Like, it's not that important for you to get that TV before midnight instead of after midnight. Now, Black Friday can start at 4 a.m. I don't care, whatever. But, like, their stores open at, like, 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving. I'm like, you're jumping the gun too much. And then I saw some retailer, I can't even remember which one, was like, yeah, Black Friday sales starting tonight. And I was like, tonight? It ain't even Thanksgiving yet.
Yeah.
Which, this episode might be airing after Thanksgiving. So if you're thoroughly confused while you're listening, we recorded it before. But that's why I'm talking about this. So, like, that's really aggravating to me. But on the plus side, I'm really excited to decorate for like Christmas.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of jumping the gun with that. Like my husband's had to like hold me back from like like putting the tree up already and stuff like that. He's like, can you at least get through Thanksgiving? I'm like, but it feels like it's time of year. Early. Like, I just feel like I want my tree up. I want my lights up. I want like my little elf out. Like, I want that stuff already.
So I'll send my kids to your house because they have been asking for the past week for us to put up decorations. And I keep saying, just wait until after Thanksgiving. And that's like an eternity for them.
It's one for me too.
I just
you guys can have a decorating party together.
I would love it.
I just feel like it's so much work for that little short time. You can do it sooner.
Yeah. I mean, even though it's like a month, it's not like it's a really short time, but you know, it feels like you want it longer. And I feel like that too. It's like, I get it. I'm not hating.
Even though
I'm looking for a reason.
As soon as Thanksgiving Day passes, all the Christmas stuff comes out. I just refuse to do it
beforehand.
Yeah.
Shoot, some places have Christmas stuff out already.
Oh yeah,
no, she means in her house.
Yeah, I just mean at home.
Yeah, most places already have Christmas stuff. Girl, I got in my mama's car today, and she was listening to the Christmas station. I was like,
she's ready.
First of all, why is the Christmas station even playing already? Like, we gotta get through Thanksgiving. But is what it is. So. Well, today's episode is really special for 2 reasons. One reason, which is kind of a sad reason, this is going to be the last episode of 2019 from the Mrs. and the Mike podcast. Chauncey put the crying track in right here for me. Thanks. And the other reason why it's important is we're going to get you through the holidays and keep your relationships intact so you can keep listening to us in 2020.
Yes.
That was like my Oprah, like 2020. I heard that. Like, you get a card. No? Okay, well, I tried. Alrighty. So I guess we'll start at the beginning. So how do you ladies plan on nurturing your marriage through the stress of the holidays? Do y'all have a plan for this? First of all, I guess I should have asked that. Do you have a plan for nurturing your marriage in the stress of the holidays?
Sounds like we might be making our plan as we talk through this.
Oh, so y'all are learning and run along with us. Well, I know for me, I have to compromise. That's big with a lot of things. And mostly compromise means listening to my husband when he reels me back in because I'm on 10. I'm on 10 with the decorations. I'm on 10 with the gifts for the kids. I'm on 10 with the food I'm cooking. Like, he's like, you realize it's just us. Like, why are you making all this food? And I'm like, but you know, I want to, and people might come over and they what? Like,
you can enter our food train.
I just might. So that's important. Like, I have to remember to compromise. Like, and in the end, like, I never regret listening to his advice on that kind of stuff. Cause I'm always like, oh, we really didn't need that. Or I really did cook too much food. Or, you know, he's not even playing with that toy. Why did I buy that toy? Like, that was extra $75 I could have kept, like that kind of thing. So like, I really do need to like, remember, like, you know, compromise, listen to what your husband's saying. He's on the outside and he knows how this goes with you. It's all good advice.
Well, I guess for me, the best thing that I could do to nurture my marriage is to make sure I stay on budget for gifts and for, you know, everything that I spend money on for holidays. That'll be something that'll make him very happy.
Yeah, girl. Me too. I'm bad with that. And I
still get to, you know, get gifts for people and stuff.
Yeah. So I think for us, the biggest thing is remembering the reason for the holiday season in the first place. Yes, and just knowing that it's important for us to spend time with family and friends and not so much about the gifts or, you know what.
Wait, it's not about the gifts? You sure? I mean, for me, I
think the gift is a perk, but it's not the reason for the holiday season.
Well, I'm perky as hell, so.
But anyway, you know, like not making the small things a big deal. And even when it comes to spending time with family, compromising so that each of us gets time with our families and each of us gets time to see our friends and things like that. So yeah, just keeping the things that are important in the forefront and then letting the other stuff fall into place behind that.
So that's great that you brought that up, because actually the next thing we're going to talk about is how you're going to handle seeing some of your not so favorite family members. You know, holidays is when all of the family is together. The people you like in your family and the people you don't like in your family are all around. So how do you handle that? And more so, not just like the people in your own family, but maybe like being a buffer between your spouse and the people he doesn't like in your family or she doesn't like in your family, and like them being your buffer for like your undesirable in-laws, you know, like those people. So like how do you think's the best way to go about that?
Well, first I want to go on and say I don't have anybody that I dislike in my family or his family. But I mean, the advice I would give is to steer clear of them.
Yes.
Unless there's somebody that likes to pick with you and they seek you out.
Which some people have.
Yeah, I can see that happening. But I would just really just completely try to avoid them at all costs.
So
there's going to be a lot of people there. Just try to stay on the other side of the room.
So I like growing up mostly, I'm sure I've talked before about like I was raised by a single mom. So we didn't have like big, you know, like dinner or whatever on Christmas, like at our house. So like we like bounced around to like other people's houses. And as I've grown, I've, you know, had different relationships with these people. You know, it's different when you're a child versus when you're an adult and you're dealing with adults on adult levels. And some of those relationships have turned sour. So my solution is I just don't go over there no more. I'm happy to be with my husband and my kids. And if my mother wants to go over there, that's on her because that's her relationship with those adults. But for me, I don't want to be around those adults. So I don't go.
Yeah.
And it's no hard feelings. You know, I wish them well. I don't buy them a gift. They don't buy me a gift. I think they know where we stand and we just keep it moving. Like it's all gravy.
So you don't even risk having that interaction.
No, because I know me and I'm going to pop off. Like, and something slick gonna come out of my mouth and it's just gonna, like, it's gonna explode, which is something I think you have to keep in mind. You know, when you're at these family functions and you're dealing with people, you know, you're just thinking, damn, they keep picking with me. They keep picking at me. They keep coming at me. They keep coming at me. On the people on the outside, it might not look like that. And on the people on the outside, it might just look like you just blew up at Cousin Eddie for no reason. Like, you know, like, and then that may cause a rift between you and your whole family because they're going to want to pick sides. And it's just, it's nasty. So to avoid all of that, I just don't go.
Yeah, avoid it.
Now, I won't let like one bad apple spoil a bunch. So if it's just like one person I don't like, I'm not going to just X out the whole house or whatever. But this particular group of people I'm talking about is more than one person. So I just don't go to their house, you know. Yeah. But like if it's just one person, like I probably would just keep my distance, like what you're saying, Elle.
Right. Yeah, same with Elle. I can't think of anyone that I have problems with. But if that were the case, I'd be cordial. I'd still speak happy holidays, but that's it. Right. You know, I would get my food, take my kids, go sit on the side somewhere and enjoy myself and not put myself in a situation where I have to constantly interact with the person I don't like. But also not intentionally trying to put myself in a situation where I have to interact with that person.
You feeling a little spicy? You don't want to leapfrog? No. So, okay, but what about when it's not someone in your family? Well, let me rephrase that, because when you get married, his family or her family is your family. But someone on like your spouse's side of the family that you don't really get along with, like how do you think you should handle that? Like I think your spouse should already know how you feel about Cousin Eddie, you know, and why you feel that way. But let's say you're in the situation at Christmas dinner, Cousin Eddie been drinking at E&J and here he come with the bullshit. And so how do we handle Cousin Eddie?
Again, you have to be the bigger person and ignore him, avoid him, not be around him. And
especially you're not on your turf.
Right.
But you've been drinking that Jack Daniels too now. Like, it's not like you know.
Right, but this is where it's important for your spouse to kind of referee the situation and see it's getting ready to go left and step in and remove you or remove Cousin Eddie.
What about knock the piss out of Cousin Eddie?
No, we're not doing that. Remember? We're not at the holiday celebration. That is not the time.
But on site after the holidays.
No, ma'am. No.
We are not advocating violence. Chauncey, cut this out because people are going to think we advocating violence. We are not advocating violence.
Not we.
No, we. We are the Mrs. and a my. You forgot?
So yeah, if you're at your in-laws, then your spouse has to step in and do that. And your spouse may feel like that's not his or her responsibility, but it is.
Right. I was gonna say, and hopefully he or she is already kind of, have their their antenna up for that, knowing how you feel about Cousin Eddie.
Yeah.
Since y'all have had that discussion.
For like, if this happens,
Exactly.
And also, you need to make sure that if your spouse, doesn't get along with somebody in your family, you need to make sure that you're able to be a buffer.
Like Cousin Faith trying to throw it at your man. I don't recommend getting a knife, but Vanessa Williams had the right idea, is all I'm saying. I'm just saying. For all our younger listeners out there, we just referenced the movie Soul Food. Came out in the 90s. Probably find it streaming somewhere. Anyways. All right. So I think that's a good way to sum up, dealing with the undesirables. Put it that way. So I'm going to totally change gears. Have you ever forgotten about your spouse when you were gift shopping?
I have not, but it's because his birthday is the day after Christmas.
Yeah, that doesn't count. You always have a reminder.
So I have to buy 2 gifts.
Oh, so you don't play him and just be like, this is the one.
No, I don't do that. I don't think that's fair. Because, if his birthday were at a different time in the year, he would get a gift on his birthday and a gift for Christmas.
Right.
So I don't want to do that to him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what'd you get him? I'm just playing. He listens, so don't. What about you, Elle?
I've never forgotten a gift for him, but sometimes we just say, let's not do gifts this year. Let's just skip it.
Okay,
let's
pause.
just get the kids or whatever.
When you say that, do you actually mean it?
Okay. A lot of times it'll be, let's not get gifts, let's not do that. But he'll get me something.
Because he's not stupid. He's a smart man.
And I'll be like, oh no. And I feel so bad. So I guess, that's not really forgetting, but it's
But you fell for the okie doke. You still supposed to get him something just small.
Yeah, I'm not falling for that anymore.
She's like, one time. Never again. Never again. No, I feel like that's like married person language for, I don't need anything extravagant, but you still better give me a damn gift.
Yeah.
That whole let's just not do gifts. Let's,
And right, but that's the thing too. It doesn't have to be something expensive. And I think,
it doesn't? We have got to start recording these podcasts on video because y'all have to see her faces.
First off, y'all have to see the way Mrs. Reese's face lights up when we talk about gifts, especially expensive ones.
I told you I'm perky.
Is like ear to ear smiling.
Right. I'm perky. I don't even know what I'm getting for Christmas this year. I haven't even asked for anything from him for Christmas. So I don't know what he's gonna. So it's not like I'm like, ooh, I could just taste that Cartier watch or something. Like I don't even know what.
See what I'm saying? See
what you mean?
It couldn't be something small.
Okay, like a David Yurman bracelet
and simple. Like I can't even think of something small and simple you would ask for.
Like
exactly.
Yeah. The smallest thing would be like a $100 wine bottle.
Right. A bottle of wine, right.
Wait, like just one bottle of wine? Like what else was doing that? I was saving for a special occasion. Then what I was doing after? I have a special occasion that next week. New Year's. Like what? Then what?
Oh my goodness.
See, you didn't even think about that. Anywho, so
it does not have to cost a lot of money.
No,
people.
It doesn't.
It can be small and sentimental.
Listen, extravagant doesn't have to be expensive. Extravagant can be a fully free grand gesture. Just takes a lot of thought and planning and effort. And I love those just as much as I love the expensive gifts. Don't try to play me like I'm just a gold digger.
Now, see, nobody even used those words.
I used it. Anywho. Okay, so I've never forgotten about my spouse. I probably did pull that whole, you don't have to give me anything this year on him before. And he's very straightforward. So if you tell him you don't have to give me a gift, he's not going to get you a gift. And I was in the position of damn, he didn't read between the lines. I can't actually be mad because I told him not to give me anything, but he didn't give me nothing. So what was I supposed to do? I just had to suck it up and not play that game again.
I'll be honest. I suck at gift giving. I just never know what to give people. For anybody, not my husband, not except for kids. Kids are easy.
You are great with kids gifts.
Kids are easy, and I love getting kids gifts. But like for adults, I never know what to get. I don't know what I want myself.
In fact, you know what's funny about that? I was sitting on the sofa with your husband last night, and CJ, your kids were playing with a toy that was for my kids that Elle bought. And Mr. L was like, "Oh, it's a pretty cool toy." And I was like, "Yeah, you bought it." And he was like, "I did?" He's like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, well, Elle handles the gifts." And I was like, "Well, she does a good job." He's like, "Yeah, she definitely does a good job." So, I mean, you're definitely good at that.
Easy, but like, even for myself, you know, I can't give a wish list. I have no idea what I want. I don't know. I buy what I want off Amazon all the time.
Right. That's how I feel too. If I want it, I've probably bought it already. So, or I plan on buying it really soon.
I know what you want. That's not on Amazon. Mr. CJ, if you listen, holla at your girl. I give you the information for my essay at Louis Vuitton. I know which bag she wants. I got you. It's going to be like a get out of jail free card for a whole year. Trust me. It'll be all good. I can't pinpoint you yet, Elle, but I feel like if you give me a minute.
But you know, Mr. L's a lot better at giving gifts. Like, he always gets me the right thing. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know I needed this.
So really, I need to be helping you get something for him, not the other way around. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the next thing we were going to talk about is like gift guides, but maybe we shouldn't include Elle in this conversation. I'm joking.
Hey, I can tell you what to get your kids.
Okay, but like, what are some like good gift ideas for like smaller budgets, but that are still like really thoughtful and generally well received by like partners?
So I think you had a really good idea, and we posted it recently on our Instagram page.
Yes, which if you're not on our IG, you are missing out. We post all kinds of stuff. We post advice, questions, gift ideas. Sometimes there's a little meme in there that's funny about like relationships. You can find us on IG at, is it Mrs. and a Mic?
Yeah.
So follow us on IG. If you're not, you're really missing out on some fun stuff. But I think I know which one you're going to talk about. Was it the letters?
Yes.
Yes. So I suggested that you write 12 love letters and you give them to your partner, one for each month. So, you know, pick a day of the month. Say the 1st or the 15th, or I don't know, pick a day. Actually, don't pick the 1st and the 15th because they're already going to be in a good mood on the 1st and 15th because that's usually when people get paid. So pick like a different day when they're usually not in a good mood, so it'll boost their mood. But anyways, it'll just reiterate how much you love and care about them the whole year. And that's like nothing. How much is it for like some paper and a pen?
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So
that's a really good idea.
I think that is a really good idea.
Yeah.
Also, I know people do these in like kitschy ways for Valentine's Day, like the little coupons and stuff.
I was gonna say that.
But okay, well, that is a good one. I was gonna say, if you're not into like love letters, maybe if their language is more like, you know, like acts of service, then that would be a really good one also. And it don't have to be anything grand, you know. Here's a coupon for a back and foot massage. I mean, after a long day of being on your feet or being at work or being stressed, because I hear a lot of stress in my shoulders. Like that's like
Right. And I think people forget how important it is to do like those small gestures. Because I think a lot of people would say, oh, well, that's corny, or it's not. Like, if I'm able to hand in a coupon saying I need a free back massage. Like,
and I get my back massage, by the way, you got to follow through.
That's priceless. Excuse me. That's priceless.
Oh, you just getting choked up on that? Oh.
No, I think I was
She had something in her throat.
I was just choking.
I was like, is this a rare CJ emotion moment?
No, I was just choking.
She's like, no, don't mistake it, bitch. I was not getting choked up. But anywho, yes.
But that's priceless. And so I don't think you should underestimate how important those things are.
I agree. And there's also a lot of things that you can buy that are kind of like gifts that keep on giving, like little subscriptions that maybe you can pay on like monthly and stuff. So it's not so much of a investment up front, you know, like maybe like you can join like a wine club for them and then they get wines every month and you're only paying $40 a month as opposed to paying, you know, $800 at once at Christmas or something or whatever.
Yeah, the best. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The best gift I ever received was Dessert of the Month Club. My husband bought for like 6 months, and a dessert came every month. And I am a sweet freak, so it was.
He knew.
Awesome.
He got you, boy.
It was awesome.
So wait, so did you get like if it was a cheesecake, was it a whole cheesecake?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I got a carrot cake one time, cheesecake, just different desserts. One time it was brownies. Oh,
That
and it
sounds
was
good.
gourmet. It was like really good
That
stuff.
sounds good.
And there's a service for everything.
Yes.
Food, clothes,
Yes.
music,
Jewelry,
accessories,
everything.
Yes.
yeah.
Razors to shave your legs.
Yeah.
Everything. You
You
find
name
something.
it.
Yeah.
You name it. There's a service.
There's a
for it.
subscription service where you can send it to that person you care about.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
definitely. Okay, so this one's more like a fantasizing kind of thing, I guess. But if you had a very high budget for your Christmas gifts, what would you suggest? I'm gonna sit this one out because I know y'all looking at me like, oh, she just gonna say this. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Go ahead. Cece.
I think jewelry is a classic
I
one.
was gonna say.
Yeah.
Even for men though?
Yeah. So if I mean watches maybe
Yeah.
or if not jewelry, accessories, maybe something, I don't know. Cufflinks,
If they were like button ups, yeah.
tie clips.
If they were ties.
I mean if they wear those things, I'm just saying like expensive gifts or in that
See,
realm.
y'all not
Or-
thinking big enough.
Wallet.
Well, it's not expensive.
I don't know. They
It's
don't
like a
have,
couple
like,
$100.
That's expensive to me.
Girl.
100 something. I mean, a few $100. That's
So I was just saying that in terms of like jewelry / accessories, not like big gifts like buying them a car or something like that.
oh, so you're thinking more like huge, like a car.
Or like
Oh, okay.
a
I wasn't
2-week
thinking that.
cruise
I was
around
thinking-
the world or something. That would be
Well, a
fire. Oh,
A
I
2-week
want
cruise
it.
around the world.
vacation.
Yes.
That is a long cruise.
Yeah, but think about all that you'll see on the sea. And then it's just you and them in that cabin, no kids, for 14 hot nights. Oh, yeah. And all you can eat food and drink.
Okay, so
You,
like a
you
trip.
lost me at 2 weeks
You
with
could-
just us
So, like-
in this cabin
So like a trip.
with no
You want to
kids.
get like a little 5-day carnival cruise.
Okay,
or
maybe
something
let's
like
maybe do
that.
5 days. How about that? So nobody wants to go
That's
around the world with
Also
me.
awesome.
Right.
You know what though? I bet my husband would go around the world with me. Why you don't want to go with yours?
Or maybe it doesn't have to be like expensive and grand. Maybe it could be just a weekend getaway somewhere.
That's not a big gift.
I just said it doesn't have to be expensive and grand.
budget gifts. We did the cheap one
We
already.
are, but then we segued into a trip, and then
Did
I was
we?
saying the trip doesn't have to be expensive.
Okay.
Because you said a trip around the world.
I did.
Mhm.
You tell me grand. Yeah. I'm gonna win. You're not gonna be able to come at me with nothing for the whole year. I'm gonna win.
I mean, I think I must be cheap because anything over like $150 is a grand gift to me. I'm like,
All right, so we got
Okay.
trips around the world,
Jewelry. I'm down with jewelry.
jewelry.
Yeah, jewelry's always
Luggage.
nice.
Luggage. Have y'all really paid attention to the strides being made in luggage?
Yes.
Bro, they got luggage that feels like a piece of paper that like has a GPS code that it can be tracked.
Wow.
So you can be like at the Delta counter and they'll be like, we lost your luggage. And be like, nope, it's right here. I'm looking at it. It's in Terminal C. Tell Rodney or whoever's working the
Wow,
terminal, go
that's
get
insane.
it. Like literally.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
Wow.
girl. Yes. I mean, they don't have it at Walmart. I'm not saying you shop at Walmart. I'm just saying like, you know, if you want this, you got to up your budget a little bit from like, you know, but yes, they really are doing some grand stuff
Wow.
in luggage. So like some nice luggage would be nice.
Mhm. A jet. You want to just throw that in there?
Listen now.
We're being grand. A jet.
Look, if you have $40 million to spend on a Bombardier, then you go right ahead and holler at your girl. Cause I want to go for a ride to a few places. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying we're thinking grand. What else?
But you know what? I'm the type of person, if I could afford a jet, I wouldn't give it to you for Christmas. I would like be like,
Oh, it would just
what
be
you
a
doing?
surprise
Yeah.
gift
What
randomly.
you doing, baby? You hungry? Yeah. You want Mexican? Yeah. Let's get it authentic. Let's go to Mexico. And he'd be like, oh. And I'd be like, no, let's go right now. Oh, how we gonna get there? On your brand new jet. Like that's how
Because
do
it's
it.
Wednesday.
Yes, and why not? Now the amount of money I would have to do that is ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's a grand.
Oh yeah,
definitely a grand.
I don't think we
gift.
have any listeners that are quite there yet. If we do, please reach out.
Please.
I'm still taking applications for my best friend, and I would love to put you at the top of the list. Anywho, I meant grand, but like attainable.
So So, what's an example? Like what?
Well, like I said, like the luggage. I liked
Okay.
the jewelry. I liked the vacation. I just wasn't thinking like a cheap vacation. Like you don't have to be at like the Hojos, you know? I mean,
But I don't want you to discourage listeners who think that
okay, let me say this. There are really nice places you can go and stay in really affordable hotels that are not like poo. They're not like Hojos. They're like Holiday Inn Expresses, but they're nice. And you could do that. And I think that would go a long way with a lot of people. But if you also have like a partner that's kind of like, oh, this is sweet, but I just booked this at the Four Seasons, then like know your partner. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
of course.
So
Yeah,
that's what I'm
within
saying.
a gift. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like if he or she, you know, makes 7 figures, then maybe let them pay for the grand vacations and you do the thoughtful gift instead. Because they could buy everything they want. Like you, Elle. They just buy what they want. So then you got to be thoughtful. So there you go.
Wait, what?
Remember you said like you're more like
Oh, yeah.
like you just buy whatever you want when, like if you see something you want you just get it yourself. Yeah, that's what I meant. I wasn't trying to say like you don't buy great gifts.
I was just a little bit confused. Okay,
I wasn't trying to play you. Chauncey, cut that out if it
Look,
sounded like I was trying to play her.
deprived, okay?
You have a good excuse though. I love Sweet
Okay.
Pea. She's so cute. I wish y'all could see her, but I don't want y'all to see her. I don't want the world to look at her. Y'all can't. Anywho.
Okay, so what else? Anything else? Y'all got
I mean, you could always put a deposit down on a new Tesla truck. That would be a nice gift.
Can we go back to the affordable gifts?
Yes, the Tesla truck deposit's $100.
Because
That's affordable.
I don't think a lot of our listeners are planning to buy these extravagant.
You don't know that.
Yes. Listeners, if you plan to buy your spouse a 14-day cruise around the world, hit us up and let us know, please.
Okay, well, what if you're gonna buy them a watch? You said that was an expensive gift.
Yeah, but apparently that wasn't expensive enough for you.
Well, it depends on the watch. I mean, is it like a Richard Mille? Is it an Audemars Piguet, a Hublot or something? Something from like Cartier? I mean,
Definitely.
I was just
I
thinking
guess
like an
Rolex.
Apple Watch.
but aren't Apple Watches like $400-$500? I don't know. I didn't buy
Yeah,
the
they
one I
are.
have. So
They are.
See, so that's not a cheap gift.
Yeah, but it's still not quite as expensive as what you were reaching for.
Well, there's levels. Put it that way.
Okay.
Yes. So you can do these things on whatever level you're comfortable. If you can't do the 14-day around the world cruise, do like, I think, didn't Carnival have like a 3-night?
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
those
Yeah, you
short-
could do like a short
They have
cruise.
cruises that don't even leave the like they go like really short distances and come right back. So you just go and chill on the boat basically and eat, and drink and whatever. Is
That
it
might be
river
cool.
cruises? Whatever.
Oh,
I
they do
forgot.
have river cruises. So the only real river we have around here is the Mississippi.
Well, no, they don't leave from here.
No,
Not the
listen.
Carnival.
I'm about to tell y'all a story. So we have the Mississippi. I don't know if y'all listeners, if we've referenced this before, but we live in the U.S. We live in the South. We live in New Orleans. The Mississippi is our river. My husband has been trying to convince me to take a Mississippi River cruise. Okay. For like the longest. And I'm like, that water is poo brown. What am I going to look at between here and up the Mississippi and back down that I can't see just being here? Like, what am I supposed to do? And he was like, don't you want to be like Huckleberry Finn? And I'm like, no.
No. Oh, killing that man's dreams.
But I think the experience is.
Would
just
you like to go with
being
him?
in the boat on the water, eating, drinking with your spouse? Like,
See,
it's
but
not
when I
really-
said that about the world cruise, y'all was looking at me slick. But now Elle said, and it's all romantic.
Because a river cruise is like what 1/100th of that cost.
So they're not actually cheap because he's talking about like the Viking River cruise, which is
Oh,
like the
yeah. Oh,
luxury
those are
cruise
expensive,
line. And I'm like, okay,
We
I'm
don't have
down.
that here.
We do. We
It
have one
started
on the
already?
Mississippi.
No, I thought it was okay.
I don't know if it comes all the way down here yet, but it's on the Mississippi. It might not come all the way to New Orleans
Yeah,
yet.
I don't think so.
Um,
Not yet.
But they also have them in Europe.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I super want to go on one in Europe. Apparently, no, I have to just live with the Mississippi. So, yeah. Anywho. But yes, back to what I was saying, there's levels. So, like, if you can't do the 14-day world cruise, do, whatever cruise or vacation you can do. If you can't do the Four Seasons, then, do the Holiday Inn Express or the Best Western. They got nice hotels for lower budgets and stuff. If you can't do the Audemars, then do a Seiko or something. I mean, they have nice watches in all kind of ranges. You know, are they into sneakers? Because they got some hot sneakers coming out this December.
If they are, that's a good.
You can definitely do a pair of sneakers. And I mean, if you can get them for retail, what you looking at, maybe like what, $100, $200 or something like that for something that is really cool. They'll really like it. Mm-hmm. You win points, you know, got you the new Jordans or whatever, you know, oh snap, you know, that's how they're going to be. Or like your girl or whatever, a nice pair of shoes, a nice fancy pair of shoes, you know. My mom bought the cutest Kate Spade shoes the other day. Don't sleep on Kate Spade. Anyways, that's beside the point. The point is, look at your budget, figure out what you can afford. And if you can't afford anything, do something from the heart.
Yes. So if you do follow us on social media, some of the things you may see would include like a romantic giveaway, accessories for your spouse's hobby, dinner reservation, subscription services, gift cards. Brianna hates this one, matching outfits for the holidays.
Barf.
What?
Oh, Lord, you're one of those people, don't you? Oh, God.
You mean, wait, like pajamas or like clothes?
Are y'all going to sleep in them or y'all going out in them?
No, not going out.
Oh, then that's okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be things you go out in. It could be it could be like matching pajamas.
I'm surprised you like that because this is super mushy.
I would definitely buy our family matching pajamas.
So we match to troll y'all. Not
lies to troll us.
Seriously, because we were not the first people. LU and I believe one of the other couples started that. It was not us. We literally do it to troll y'all. Like, trust me, if nobody ever started, we wouldn't have started. And I promise you, we don't do it outside of that at all.
I'm very much a fan. So go ahead and get your matching family pajamas. We have even pajamas for the kitty cat. So.
Oh God.
Some eye-catching unmentionables.
What's the like drawers? I had a brain thought. I was like, what's the unmentionable? And listen, I know the assumption is we're talking about like sexy lingerie for like your lady, but no, like for guys too. Yes. Like guys love fresh underwear, man.
Right.
And I love to not see them in them same old holy drawers they've been wearing for the last 3-4 years.
This is also a really good excuse to replace
the ones that needed to
be replaced,
be buried a long time ago.
Every year.
Oh,
yeah, see?
Shirts, underwear.
That's a man thing.
And
like they just don't.
This is so weird. When I was a kid, I'm like, why does he? That's a horrible gift.
Girl, let me tell you.
That? Who wants that?
You have a husband.
I was a kid, so.
I'm not saying your husband does this, but I know most guys will hold on to a pair of drawers so long. I'm like, it's literally not covering anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like the hole is like by like your testicles. Like they're swinging. Like what is you might as well just be commando.
And it's like they're completely see-through because
it's so
worn.
thin. Yeah. They're like mesh. And that new room is my good drawers. No, it's not. So buy them some nice underwear.
That's a really,
they have like really cool ones too. They have like moisture wicking.
Just make sure it's the kind they like. Don't give them tighty whities if they like boxers.
Yeah. If they aren't into that, don't do that. I mean, you could do like one pair for fun. Maybe they like them, but like don't buy like a whole pack. You can waste your money not gonna wear them. Yeah, but they have some really nice underwear out there. Mm-hmm. So that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
CJ.
And then also artwork. If there's artwork you see and it reminds you of your spouse, or your partner, or a date you guys had that was really romantic or memorable.
So one thing I did when I was a poor college student and already dating my husband, this was for Valentine's Day, not Christmas, but you can totally take this idea. I painted him some artwork. We still have it. It's on the wall. Looks pretty decent if you ask me, but I don't really have an expert opinion on this. But I think he really appreciated how heartfelt it was.
Aww,
so if you can't afford the piece you want, or you don't see anything you want, I mean, create the piece you want.
Yeah.
I think that can go a long way too. For sure.
I would say don't let your friends buck you up to just to dress like a present and just wear a bow and sit under the tree.
Wait, let me tell you why you don't let your friends buck you up for that.
Wait,
because you've been unwrapping that present for a while, okay? And unless you change something since the last time he got that gift, he don't want that same old present. You feel me?
So many words.
Alrighty.
That's what he said.
Basically.
What? Okay.
That's it. Like,
He's like, that's great. But where's the
rest? Because I got this yesterday, and I'm sure I can get it tomorrow. Like, because think about it. Would we not be drove if he just put like a box around his jug and was like, surprise? Like, we would be like,
he's gonna love it. This is awesome. Oh, you have to do this, Al. You have to.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. I wouldn't recommend that be the only gift, put it that way. Unless y'all haven't done it yet.
Then
that might be if you feel like you're ready and you can totally, then hey.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, but if he's been unwrapping that present for a little while now, I wouldn't recommend that being the only gift. Just put it that way. So
told you I'm horrible at gift giving.
I mean, I'm sure he still enjoyed it. So you're not horrible at it. I just, you got to have something to back up. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Anywho.
All right. So I hope that was helpful to someone.
Very helpful to me.
A lot of side rants. I hope you didn't get lost along the way. I hope that was helpful.
Okay, so we got to talk about something that's not so jolly. Stress. Yes. So, the holidays can be really stressful. And oftentimes we do take our stress out on the people closest to us, which is usually your spouse or partner. So how do we not do that? How do we keep our tone in check, our words in check, our hands to make sure we're not throwing stuff at walls? I don't know. Just, how do we not blow a gasket on that person, especially if they're not even the one who you're really mad at. They're just the only one you can really blow up at. So, like, how do we handle that during the holidays?
Think before you speak.
That's super important. Mm-hmm. What about you, Elle?
One thing I always think about is, if I'm just really, really, really stressed and angry, I'll just take a step back and think, how would I feel if he wasn't here during this time? Like, how would I feel? Terrible. So you can let it go. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing that kind of helps me.
I think that's a good one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For a lot of reasons. Number one, keep acting like that. He not going to be there next year. True. So you got to keep that in mind, So I think for me, I guess just remembering like this too shall pass. And in the end, in the grand scheme of everything, is just not that important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And remembering they're probably not the person you're upset with.
Right. Usually they're not. They're just the one you can go off on. You know what I mean? Because most of us are not going to show our ass in public. So we're not going to go off on that store clerk that sold the item we had on hold to the person in front of us or something. Mm-hmm. Or I could talk about them because they don't exist anymore. But Toys R Us, I placed the order on Black Friday. Got my confirmation and everything. On Christmas Eve, they canceled my order.
Oh.
Girl, when I tell you, a man in a van delivered that toy on Christmas Day to my house. Mm. That's how unglued I became.
A man in a van.
A man in a van, girl. Unmarked van. I was like, who is this pulling up my house? And out he came with it. I was like, oh shit, it worked. I don't recommend doing that. Don't do that. But, my point is, chances are you're not mad at your partner. You're just taking it out on your partner. So let's not do that.
Right. Breathing techniques work.
Yes. Counting. What is it? 2 10 or from 10?
Both. Do both.
There you go. Mm-hmm. And previously referenced on the Right Way to Argue episode we did for Mrs. I talked about the head to head thing. Yeah, head to head. Y'all, it works because you feel so stupid when you start doing it and you laugh, and then whatever was bothering you is not that big anymore. So that really works. Also, I think de-stressing yourself. So like taking time for self-care is really important. So you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
So if all your holidays is just, giving and doing and running and da-da-da for everybody else and you're forgetting yourself, you're bound to just lose your mind. So you have to take some time.
Yes. Watch a Christmas movie, drink some wine, de-stress.
Yes. Or eggnog. I love eggnog. I know a lot of people hate eggnog, but I love eggnog. Best. If you put me in a cozy sweater and some socks on a cold day with a mug of eggnog and like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, I am the happiest person you've ever met.
Yes.
So just take time for yourself.
Just trying to prevent it on the front end. So I try to be really organized in the beginning.
Not me, girl.
try to have as many gifts out the way as possible. Try to have as much, as many of my tasks done as I can get done early.
So you got my gift already?
I have your kids' gifts.
So that's a no. I got some stuff on hold. You could just.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I completely agree with that. But the difference between you and I probably is you actually stay on that list and do.
She's like, I start with the list.
I make lists, but
yeah, I just know holidays can get really hectic.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, you're still working. So you're still expected to perform at work, do things at home. I told you
Make
there are
travel
birthdays
plans.
around the holiday
Yes.
time. My daughter and my husband are in December.
Oh, yeah. I forgot she is too.
Yeah, so there's a lot
yeah,
going
my dad
on.
and my brother are in December.
Y'all too,
Yeah.
then.
My mom is in
babies.
December.
Yeah.
So we try to,
I mean, we got Jesus, but other than that, we don't have any December babies.
so yeah, that helps me a lot to keep from losing my mind and then just freaking out on everybody.
Yeah.
That's good, because when you go ham, you go ham. All right, so for some of our listeners that are in serious relationships, they're going to be traveling to meet their partner or spouse's families for the first time. So how do we give advice to them about making a good first impression, making sure things go smoothly?
I say be yourself, but the best version of yourself.
Oh, that's good. So that way you're not perpetrating, but you're also not being bratty you or
Right.
Smarty pants you or know it all you or disrespectful you.
Yes.
Or what about you, Elle?
I mean, I would say start with your appearance, your attire. Don't wear a skimpy dress with everything out. You know?
Really? You don't think that's a good way to win over dad, maybe? No, I'm just
Maybe win over dad. They completely lose mom.
You know what it's like when he walks in and the uncles, look you up and down and they say, "That's your nephew? I see you." You want them to be
and then his mom's like, "Who is this hussy
who done
in
brought
my
this
house?
stank in my house?
I can't believe you brought her in this house." Just be
And
mindful.
If your partner has not won over the mom, it doesn't matter what the dad thinks.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or your cousins or your uncles or whoever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
If
true.
mom don't like you, that's the end
Yeah.
of that.
Well, we say that, but for the guys going to meet their girlfriends' dads, I think you got to win over dad.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So don't wear,
So you probably shouldn't have your pants below your ass.
Yeah.
I
Don't wear a t-shirt. Maybe
personal
dress
pet
up a
peeve
little
from Miss
bit.
Bree. I fucking hate that. Pull your pants. Nobody
Yeah, I don't
needs to
wanna
look
see
at your
underwear.
ass.
I don't.
Oh. Anyways,
Especially when it's in skinny jeans. Anyway, that's a
whole nother thing.
Yeah.
And do you also look at that and wonder if they actually could get them all the way up because the jeans are so tight?
right.
Like,
That's
I'm hoping
true.
you
Yeah.
probably can't pull those up. Never
Probably
mind.
not.
The point is, okay, yes, I agree with you. So attire.
Yeah, just be mindful.
So I actually made a list. Even though I was laughing at y'all about y'all list, I made a list. So the first thing I said is be polite and respectful, which we both
Yes.
talked about. Yeah. I said you should bring a small gift. So it's more like a host or hostess gift. Not, anything, you're not trying to buy anybody's affection or anything, but just the kind of gifts you would give to someone if they invited you over to their home, because that's essentially what's happening. So maybe
Flowers are always good.
flowers are nice.
What?
A little bottle of, not a little bottle, but a bottle of alcohol, maybe
Yeah.
like a wine or a brandy or a cognac or something. I mean, I don't know what your budget is, but you can get a nice little,
Yeah, that's
maybe
really good.
some nice cloth napkins. It's always a nice gesture. Just some things. You don't show up to people's house empty handed.
Or even if you ask, your girlfriend, boyfriend, hey, is there anything we should bring? Anything they need? Anything they're missing that you may need? Like they may have ran out of plates.
A nice Christmas ornament is always a
That's
nice
nice,
gift.
too.
Or
Yeah.
if they're Jewish, like a Hanukkah. My brain is betraying me. It's like a little dreidel maybe to put on the mantle or something in front of the menorah. Or if they celebrate Kwanzaa, you can give them a nice Kwanzaa book. I mean, you can, if they don't celebrate anything, most people like alcohol, unless they're recovering, and then so you do need to talk to your partner, like Elle said, before you.
Yeah, I think whatever you buy, you should run it by your partner. Hey, I
Right.
bought
Yeah.
this.
Do you think mom and dad will like this?
Right.
Yeah.
Is it right?
Or maybe take them with you to go get it,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they know you're going home for the first time. Like,
Right.
you're trying to make a good impression.
Don't surprise everybody and then have it be an awful gift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I also said you should offer to help. So when you walk in, if the cooking is not finished, offer to help or to, wash a dish or something like that. If the cooking is finished, offer to help set the table, offer to serve. If they're sitting down and they're about to eat, and then offer to help clear the table. You don't want to just be a parasite on the event. And then the last thing is get ready to be grilled. You're going to get grilled. Like there's no two ways around it. Everybody's trying to get the 411. They're trying to find out who you are, what you about, what's your intentions. Are you a gold digger? Just trying to get with our baby because he just got his new NFL contract, or are you, just a leech and you just need a green card and that's why you talking to our daughter? Like, whatever it is, they just want to make sure you're a good enough person for this person that they care about. Mm-hmm. Be respectful with your answers, but be honest with your answers. You also don't want to lie about who you are.
Right.
If you don't have a job, say you're in between and you're looking, and then talk up your strengths. And then you could ask if they know anybody.
Right.
Anybody's hiring. I'm very motivated.
Yeah.
If you have had children already, you think that's not going to go over very well. Just talk about how much you are present in their lives, how much you love and care about them. And, parent to parent, I'm sure they can relate with that kind of love. And then it kind of takes the guard down because they can't really come at you about being a parent when they're one already too, So, there's ways to spin everything, but just definitely you want to be honest, but you want to be respectful.
Right.
Should we add anything else to that list?
And just don't be, I can't get my thoughts together. Don't be offended at certain, if they grill you,
questions.
Yes.
basically,
Yes.
you can't get offended over little things. Like, I'm just thinking about when my husband first met my uncles, they were cutting a cake and basically flinging the knife at him as they were cutting the cake, asking him questions and talking to him and everything. If my husband would have, kind of just been like, well, wait a minute, what are you doing? Instead of just laughing with them, okay, whatever, then it might have been a big deal to them. It might have escalated them, and then it actually turned into something when it really wasn't. They were joking.
Right.
So,
And keep in mind, if this is somebody you're serious about, you want to make a good impression because you want the parents to feel like they can trust you with their son or daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
you even want to make a good impression so that even if the relationship that they have with their son or daughter is not the best, you can maybe become that bridge later on between them and their family. And then that just kind of strengthens the whole unit,
Mm-hmm.
So you want go in with positivity, in your mind as far as your focus, and in your heart, and be, open-minded and receptive. And, like you said, don't sweat the little small things.
Yeah.
They're gonna make little sly comments.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen. Just be ready. Just, roll with the punches. If you have quick, nice wit, not mean wit, have a snappy comeback. You don't want to have mean wit. You don't want to be like, oh, that's what you want, huh? You don't want to be like, oh, that's your third husband, huh? You don't want to do that. But, if they say, oh, that's what you want, huh? Be like, well, he picked it out for me. Probably shouldn't have listened. Then everybody's going to laugh, So, like I said, if you have quick, nice wit, then you can come back quickly, or you can just laugh it off.
And the best part about it, you meet the parents for the first time, one time.
That's true.
Yep.
This happens. It's over. It's done. It's out the way.
And if things don't go up and they go south, you should listen to our in-laws episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can help with that. All right. So do we have anything else before we get into our listener question?
I don't think so.
No, I think that's it.
Y'all ready? Okay, I'll read it, I guess. So this comes from Danielle in, let's say Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Oh,
yeah.
Danielle in Baton Rouge. Danielle says, I've been dating my partner for a little over a year and I'm totally in love. I want to bring her home to meet my family, but I haven't come out to them yet. Should I just pop up with her for Christmas dinner? Hell
Yeah, no.
no. What are you Oh my God, no. You got to come out before.
Yeah. So I think, like we just said, meeting the parents for the first time is already like a really stressful situation. Mm-hmm. You don't want to combine the two.
Right. Like you're literally asking for a fight. You're asking for this girl you're in love with to feel horrible because she's going to feel like she's the reason your people are fighting with you and arguing with you, and then Christmas dinner's ruined or whatever. And she's also going to feel guilty, you know, and then she might feel like she needs to go to bat for you. So she's going to be getting in their faces too. Like, hold up, you ain't going to come at my woman like that. And they're going to be like, we talking to our daughter, bitch, sit down. Like, you just don't want to, no. I don't see this going well.
I can tell you don't see it going well.
I see no good outcome.
Does she mean as like, I can't see, like as a friend maybe? Like just bringing her like,
oh, like coming home and being like, not really this is my roommate?
Out, but just saying, you know, this is Alexa. You know, I'm just...
She's my roommate kind of thing like that?
No, like, you don't have to say who she is. This is Alexa.
So, but this is the thing, though.
That's all you need to know.
Let's not diminish the intelligence of parents.
Right.
Chances are they probably suspect if they don't already know that you're gay.
True.
So if they suspect it and this is the first time you've ever brought anybody home and it's a female, they're going to assume this is probably your girlfriend.
Right.
True.
And then the fact that you're kind of like insulting their intelligence by being like, that's just my friend.
Well, I was just wondering if that's what she meant because I'm like, I can't see it.
I think she's thinking.
She's saying she hasn't come out yet, so I assume
she wants
to come out.
Hi, mom and dad. This is Alexa. This is my girlfriend. We're in love. By the way, I'm a lesbian. Like, I think that's what she was assuming.
Okay.
Or we're assuming she meant. I mean, she might have meant as a friend, but like I said, your parents know better. Like, they're not stupid. They might be in denial, but deep down, they know.
And it's also unfair.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No,
I was actually thinking of that because I had someone. I know someone who did that.
Mm-hmm.
Who brought
their girlfriend.
Yeah.
But they just introduced it as like a friend or something like that?
Yeah, not even, like I said, they don't have to say this is, you know, my roommate, my friend, whatever. Mm-hmm. This is such and such, her name, and that was it. Parents acted like they didn't know. Maybe they knew, but they just acted like they did.
So that actually happened to somebody in my family.
And it went down fine.
And I was there.
I mean, I knew.
She had never. Now, I had already assumed because I just had picked up on like little signs and stuff like that. Like, you know, she never was into boys and da 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 da. And I feel like love is love. Like, I really, you know, whoever you want to love, I'm happy you found love. So it was never like a thing with me, but I just had picked up on like, I wonder. And then, you know, she'd like done some things that are stereotypically associated with like people in the LGBT community. Like, she shaved all of her hair off, and then she started dating the girl, but she didn't tell them she was dating the girl. And the girl was somebody that you would assume is a lesbian just by her appearance. And she came over, and I was literally sitting there like, we just gonna all pretend like that's not her girlfriend. That's what we doing? All right, we'll pass the pie. Like, I was like, I'm not about to make us think about this. If we're just gonna sweep this under the rug for the sake of Christmas dinner, then so be it. But I don't know that that's everybody's reaction. And I feel like your parents might, Danielle, your parents might be like, what the fuck is going on? So I just feel like you should.
And if she means actually coming out by bringing her, then no.
That's not
absolutely
how you do
not.
it.
That's not.
And I'm not saying you got to make an announcement to the whole family, but you should have a conversation with your parents.
Yeah, your mom and dad.
And just say, listen, mom and dad, I don't know if you guys have assumed this or figured it out already, but I'm a lesbian or I'm bisexual. I don't know what you identify as. But either way, I'm in love with a girl. Her name is whatever. We just named her Alexa. I don't even know. I like that name. Oh, I'm in love with Alexa. And I would really love for you all to meet her. You know, I'm coming home for Christmas. Is it cool if I bring her? I think that's a much better way to handle that. Because if they're going to blow up, A, they blowing up over the phone. You can hang up if you need to. Mm-hmm. B, it's not in front of everybody else in your family. And it's not putting Alexa on the spot.
Right.
And if you really love Alexa, you don't want to put her in that position.
Right. I was going to say, it's not fair to her. It's not fair. But in twofold, it's not fair to put her in that position. But it also may make her feel some type of way, period, that she's coming home to meet your family, but it's still a secret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because what if Alexa assumes that they all know?
Right.
I'm assuming since you said coming home, that means that you live away from home. So you may be out completely in your life wherever you live. Mm-hmm. It's just the issue of your family at home. So this might be a whole shock to Alexa as well. Like they don't know.
Right.
You know?
Or,
Yeah.
especially if, say, Alexa has introduced you
To
to
her
her family.
family.
And she
Exactly.
has come out to her family.
Right.
And so she thinks, this is the final piece. We're making it
And then
official.
after that,
official.
we can get engaged and we get married and we can, whatever the plan is. Like, so yeah, Danielle, no. Hell no. Under no circumstances do you just ding dong, hey, mom and dad, I'm a lesbian. This is my girlfriend. No.
And I will say this. If you are comfortable enough bringing her to meet your parents, you need to be comfortable enough having that conversation with your parents
Beforehand.
about your sexuality.
Beforehand.
Yeah.
Also, that makes that conversation about you and not about y'all.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you also run the risk of maybe your parents don't want to make it seem like their issue is with your sexuality. Although sometimes it takes parents time to like wrap their heads around that. And they might be nitpicking things about Alexa that are not actually issues, but making her feel uncomfortable because of it.
Right.
Again, you don't want to put this girl that you're in love with in that position. You also don't want to put your parents in that position, to be
Yeah,
uncomfortable
that's
in their
awkward,
home on
yeah.
Christmas. Like, so no, call them right now. You listening to this, call them right now. Be like, I have a serious conversation I want to have. Get dad in the room, get mom in the room, whatever. Put me on FaceTime. I don't care. And have it then. And then if that all goes smoothly, then you book your tickets home.
Right.
And if it doesn't go smoothly, go get y'all some Chinese food on Christmas and watch movies. I mean, that's how I was for my
Hopefully-
Christmas. If I ain't go home.
Right. Hopefully it goes smoothly and she's able to bring Alexa and, Alexa is welcome. We keep calling this girl Alexa. Alexa is welcomed with open arms and they all have a really good Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might even like her more than you.
They might.
Then what you gotta do? No, I hope you listen and take our advice. If you don't and you do the opposite, please write in and let us know how that went. I really would want to know, but I really hope you don't do that. I hope you listen. All right. Anything else?
Nope. I hope that everyone has a wonderful holiday and hopefully some of the things that we have said are helpful
Yes.
and beneficial.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope the same things. And if you don't listen to our advice and it's not beneficial, my quote should sit well with you. Here it is. 'Tis the season to be jolly, but how can I be when I have nobody? The Yuletide carol doesn't make it better, knowing that we won't be together. A silent light, I know it's going to be. Joy to the world, but it's going to be sad for me. What do the lonely do
At
Christmas?
Christmas.
You don't listen, you're going to be lonely. That was by The Emotions, by the way, if you want to listen to that song. Don't that song make you want to pour a cup of brown liquor? It just feels like...
Nothing makes me want to pour brown liquor. Gross.
What?
Okay. But there was brown liquor in that sangria. Oh, you didn't drink it. Oh.
It's okay. You
would
would
like
never
it.
know.
You would like
never
it.
know.
Anyways, yeah, so hopefully everybody has very happy holidays.
Yes.
Like super happy holidays. I hope you get everything you want. I hope you have great memories and it's just joy and peace and love and no stress.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to say, Elle?
No.
And
Y'all
tune
summed it
in
up.
to the Mrs. and the Mike podcast in 2020. I don't want to say anything, but we got some really awesome stuff coming.
But you just said something.
Yeah, but I didn't say what.
Goodness.
I didn't spoil it.
You're struggling to keep it in, aren't you?
I really am because it's like really like fly stuff.
It
But,
like hurts
I'm like
right
really.
here.
Oh, y'all know I don't like to keep secrets. Like I have to tell somebody.
Like it's like right there in the back of your throat, just fighting its way up.
You better hit the stop button before it comes out.
All right, guys. This has been another episode of the Mrs. and the Mike podcast. You can reach us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And you can also email us at mrsandamike@gmail.com. This is CJ.
It's Al.
And Bree.
Bye.